The following is a presentation of Real Wise Productions and Comey Media Incorporated. Diddy no longer reps Ciroq. Next on Mentality. Welcome to another installment of Mentality, where iron sharpens iron in the realm of health, wealth, mental health, entrepreneurship, love, and brotherhood, all from a man's perspective. I am one of the co-hosts of this program, Cole Johnson, aka the Mad Scientist and EP Extraordinaire, and I am joined as always by the other co-host of this program. You know him best as Wize, Mr. Wize in the AM, Mr. Stuck in My Mind, and yes, Mr. Petty. Your boy and mine, Wize, aka Wise El Jefe. How you doing, man?
What's going on, brother? How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good. Well, we might as well call this the campaign suspension rundown because all three stories deal with such a subject matter. And up first, Ohio businessman Vivek Ramaswamy. He dropped out of the presidential race right before the Iowa caucuses began last Monday, and he decided to throw his whole support behind former President Donald Trump, who of course ended the night with a huge victory, and we'll talk about that victory later on in the program. Now, Mr. Ramaswamy had this to say about suspending his campaign. Quote, "There's no path for me to be the next president, absent things we don't want to see happen in this country." Close quote. As he announced he was running about 8% in the Iowa caucus. So he pretty much had to throw his hat out of the ring. So my question to you about that, sir, is since he is throwing his weight Donald Trump's way, is he putting himself in position to be a vice presidential candidate?
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
He actually was at a Trump rally this week.
Right.
So yeah, we know he's known to kiss the ring. This is not one of the other fools that he knows where his bread is buttered.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows that it's kissing the ring and kissing up to Trump. And so he has a shot at being vice president now.
Mm-hmm. Now, I can't remember. I think I heard it on a show one. Oh, yeah, it was this one. Well, we said if you played his cards right, this is the next move that he would have if he were to actually make the right political moves.
Yeah.
I guess we know. I guess we must know what we're talking about.
Somewhat. We must know something. We got to have some type of knowledge, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
So what's next for him? We don't know. Vice president? Probably Probably a stump speech at the Republican National Convention in the summer. Who knows?
No. First of all, we all know his tirade against the RNC in the previous debates, where he actually attacked was it Mitt Romney's niece or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Said no, please. They're not inviting him to speak. Only way he's getting to speak is if Trump puts his foot down and talks about it. But right now, he is not one of the RNC's. He's not one of their guys.
No, he's not. A guy that we really didn't talk all that much about, but we'll talk about now. Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson. Now, he was a vocal critic of Donald Trump, and he had his campaign last all the way until the night after the Iowa Caucus. But he decided to suspend his campaign last Tuesday after scoring an impressive 6th in the caucus, with earning less than 1% of the vote. The soft-spoken Southerner who left office.
Hold on. You're not gonna slide that. You're not gonna slide that in there, and then can think that you said less than 1% of the vote.
Yes, that's what he garnered.
So you mean he was with my man 0.8%?
Yes, he was.
Honestly, I completely forgot about Asa Hutchinson. I didn't even remember him being in. Like, he was not one of the names I recall. His campaign was so unforgettable. I completely forgot he was in the running.
Oh gosh.
And now that you say he's less than 1%, he's joining my boy from the Dakotas, 0.8%. Governor, my bad. Governor, 0.8%.
Why the Dakotas, though?
Listen, they might as well just combine them.
Yeah, politics can be a dirty.
Because if you're not garnishing not even 1%, your should not have been in Iowa. Like, Tim Scott been dropped out, and Tim Scott was ahead of him.
Yes, and we'll talk about Tim Scott a little later too. But yes, he was far ahead of Asa Hutchinson. Yeah. I would ask the question, but you answered exactly the way I thought you was going to answer the question I was going to ask.
Yo, these dudes is killing me, man. They are killing me with this nonsense, yo. Wait, not even 1%. He didn't even garner 1%. Not even 1%.
No, not 1%. Not 1% in Iowa.
I don't even think he would have garnered 1% in his own state.
Oh, that's cold.
It's true though. It's true though. Like, I don't even think his own state he would have won 1%. He would have not even got 1%.
Oh my gosh.
What state is he again? Alabama, Arkansas? Arkansas, right?
Arkansas. Yeah, he was former Arkansas governor.
Y'all dudes that come from these states that y'all have no shot at winning. Why? Why? Ain't nobody gonna. Okay, I correct myself. We did elect the governor from Arkansas. We did.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But Slick Willie is different.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Slick Willie was charismatic. Saying Asa Hutchinson. Who are you?
That's true.
I don't know you.
I mean, Clinton knew how to shake babies, black men, and hoes. You're right. I mean,
Clinton is the first black president. I don't care what anybody say. It wasn't Barack.
And then we get to your favorite governor or former governor, the one from New Jersey, Chris.
Oh, that fat, greasy. Like, this dude should have been dropped out as well. Like, I don't like he did drop out a couple of weeks ago, didn't he?
Yeah, he dropped out a week before the Iowa Caucus. But since we haven't talked about it, might as well shine a light on him too.
And there's no need to shine no light on his. Plus, you're gonna need a big strobe light to shine a light on him. Anyway, like, let's move on. Like, I don't like. First of all, he ain't kissing the ring. So this is the last we're gonna hear about him. He's gonna go back to Jersey and go stuff his face with some calzones or some.
Calzones. Oh, Lord.
I don't know.
We're just getting started. Mentality will return. There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. Four men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Doc, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure. This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, Wize.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Welcome back to Mentality, where men are men and not machines. With Wize and Leve, I am Cole Johnson, and we're going to get away from politics for just a quick second because something rolled on the Mentality desk, and we, of course, have to talk about it now, and we will in celebrity style. Mr. Architect of the Love album. That's right. Sean, Diddy, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean, whatever, Combs. He sued his partner in Ciroq, Diageo, and, well, he had to settle. So he withdrew his lawsuit as part of the settlement of the London-based spirits giant, and now Diageo and Combs have, quote, now agreed to resolve all disputes between them, close quote, and go their separate ways. That now means Diageo is the sole owner of Ciroq and DeLeon Tequila, two brands that Combs had promoted hard in the past, but he will not do that any longer, as they have no business relationship with one another going forward. What does this mean for Ciroq and DeLeon and Diageo?
Oh man. Well, they get away from allegedly, because this is all alleged.
Of
She
course.
allegedly man, first of all, you allegedly get out of dealing with someone who's supposedly been involved in sex trafficking, sexual assault,
Mm,
like a list of things. There's a list of things.
right.
Maybe even including murder.
Right.
Um, like it's crazy, right?
Mhm.
Because I really don't care because all he was doing was peddling this to the black community, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it wasn't that he was peddling it to the wealthy black community. He's
No.
peddling it to us poor folks here that ain't really, you know what I'm saying, like
Mhm.
this is that's a rock that and what he do, he I gotta give him his credit. He got his famous friends to be holding up Ciroq bottles and like he would go, like I hear he's notorious for buying bottles and giving them out to his celebrity fans, and that's like, man was a marketing genius.
He was.
But I could care less. I am You reap what you sow. Um, you're not a very nice person.
Sure.
You've done people dirty in the past. It's not like, and now you want to go by the name of love. My man, there's nothing loving about you. Nothing. You you
Oh
you you
my.
you've notoriously been an abuser of women.
Yep.
Um, I get it. You were groomed by other people, allegedly.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, and so this is what you know. But my man, it's time to move on. It's time for you to go to Bali with your man Russell Simmons, whatever. Like, just get out of here. Like this, that like you do not represent the culture anymore. You're not worth it. You're really not worth it. You if all these allegations are true, then you need to be in jail serving your time because that means you're a despicable human being because of some of the stuff that you're being accused of. Morally, I can't support someone like that. And, so, like, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but like,
You
you,
don't do that stuff though.
yeah, no, you take it, you taken advantage of the hip hop culture
Mhm.
and lined your pockets while your artists have starved.
One after the other.
Our artist has starved. Like you, so what does that say about you? That you don't care for people. And I'm in the business for caring for people. I'm in the business for wanting to help uplift and inspire people. So you get no sympathy from me. Um, good job, Ciroq. If you need a new spokesman, I'm available. I don't know, like I, anyway. So yeah, no, like I could
Let me
care less.
see. Well, I mean, he's showing out of the kind of his heart that he's willing to give his former artists all the rights to their songs. He must have some love because of that.
Um, yeah. When do people buy? Like it was worth something when people used to buy CDs and stuff like that. But now
Mhm.
they get in there, they're in the streaming age, and streaming don't pay.
No, it doesn't pay a thing. I'm glad you mentioned that there's things that make him not look or actually have him be allegedly a good human being. He does have some cases that are still pending, such as I think it was a rape charge back in 1991. The girl that he allegedly raped in 1991. And there is another charge against him and former Bad Boy President Harvey Pierre of gang rape. And there's other suits too. I think I counted it was like about 4 or 5 others. How will this affect his future cases going forward now that he is settled with Diageo?
Listen, again, all this is allegedly his he said, she said. Is like I'm not trying to victim shame anyone, like whatever, but those were different times. Again, I'm not saying that he did it. I'm not saying he didn't do it, but again, it's going to be he said, she said. And when you have the money and you have the lawyers and you have the backing of certain people, I don't see those cases going anywhere. I see them settling.
Yeah. So you think like I do, which that would be the golden rule. No, not the golden rule of morals. No, the golden rule of money. He holds all the gold, makes all the rules. Will anybody do business with Diddy? And I'm talking about hardcore business, not necessarily like
no. This is a stain. This is a stain on his name.
Right.
You're an alleged sex trafficker. Nobody wants to be with the way social media is now, and with Epstein Island and all this. Don't nobody want to tarnish their name with you. A lot of your so-called friends have jumped ship. Again, being a New Yorker, I knew the kind of piece of you was, because we've seen your actions, we've seen what you've done, we've seen how you've treated people and talked to people in the past, and now you want to go by love. You're a money hungry piece of that only you're a narcissist. To me, basically, he's a narcissist. It's all about P. Diddy. It's all about him.
That I agree. Yes,
I'm saying, because you want to like Suge said.
Any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star and don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
He's going to be doing a lot of dancing, but instead of stages in arenas and theaters, it looks like it's going to be courtrooms and possibly jail cells.
He better hope he not with R. Kelly. He will be dancing all the time. R. Kelly sing. I can see this. I can see it now. R. Kelly singing and Diddy dancing.
Step in the name of love. Clap in the name of love. Cry in the name of love. Mentality will be back in 2 and 2. This is a BS3 Network presentation.
It's your girl, Stacey Rose.
Are you looking for a show with riveting interviews, important community information from a vibrant and grounded host? STK Productions presents The Intro Kit.
Put God first and ask questions later. Let's get it popping. I wanted to give people a platform where they can express themselves and talk about their business and their endeavors in a very safe space.
Content and entertainment just for you. The Intro Kit.
Friday Eve.
Or Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central. Poppy J.
You got the option to cry for the government. You got the option to protest. You got the option to keep buying. But this is also an option.
Wize El Jefe.
We're the first tech geeks. We're the first gamers. We're the first everything. Everything. Like Gen X's, we are the ones.
BS3 Network proudly presents the crew from the New York boroughs who never wants that smoke. Nah, they want that fire. Poppy J and Wize El Jefe. Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure. Welcome back to Mentality, where this is the place suited and created for all men. With Wize El Jefe, I am Cole Johnson. And man, I'm having a good time. And we're going to continue that good time as we speak on a subject that may ruffle feathers, but you know how Wize and I get down. We don't care if we do. Here is Politically Speaking. The Donald stamped, and I do literally mean stamped, his presence onto the GOP scene with a landslide victory in the Iowa caucuses last Monday. And he got a chance to celebrate a quick win over his Republican rivals. But his tone was a little different than normal. We'll get to that in a moment. Now, the Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, he secured second place ahead of former South Carolina governor and former UN ambassador under the Trump administration, I may add, Nikki Haley, and of course the outgoing entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy. The political newcomer on Monday, of course, he suspended his campaign. Now, along with that, you had things such as Nikki Haley claiming that it is a two-person race in her speech, her accepted speech in Iowa. You had DeSantis saying that everybody was against him, from the media to other Republicans. But you had Mr. Trump wanting to be a unifier. And he just had that feeling of, well, it's just time for us to come together. Well, I'll put it this way. He said it like this, quote, "This is the first, because the big night is going to be in October when we take our country back. I just want us to be united. I want us to be together." Close quote. Now, I will begin by asking this. The fact that we have New Hampshire that's going to actually be the first primary of the season, which will be as of when this premieres tomorrow, what does the Iowa Caucus say about the GOP presidential race going forward?
The same thing we've been saying about it for the past few months.
Mm-hmm.
That he just shows up and he slaps them like they hit.
It shows up.
This is what we've been saying for the past few months.
Mm-hmm.
That everybody should have just dropped out because we knew they were going to lose. We said this months ago. We said everyone is running for second place.
Yep.
If you go back to past mentality episodes, you will see we said everyone is chasing second place, and that the only way any of them had a shot is if any of these indictments puts them away. That's it.
That's the only shot they still have.
That's the only shot. My man got to be locked up. Like he got to be like Akon. Like
I've heard that song in a minute.
That's the only way.
I haven't heard that song in a minute. But yeah, and the funny thing is, it almost sounds like a broken record. And I wanted you to say that exactly that way, because I still think it has not hammered home to the two who were still running along, well, way behind Donald Trump. I just don't understand why DeSantis and Haley are still in the race. And the optimism that Haley seems to have, thinking that she's going to, we might as well say it, steal New Hampshire and then go to her home state and steal that one in February. I don't understand it. And I don't understand DeSantis, who he had a second place showing in Iowa, but he is stinking up the joint in the next two primaries that's going to come up. So why are Haley and DeSantis still in this race?
Because, like we said before,
yeah,
about the money, man. It's about the money. It's about the money. It's all about the money. It's they get to spend that bread. So, man, we've been saying this. I don't know, like how many times. I don't know how many times we got to continuously say this. You guys all suck. You are allowing someone who's been indicted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, Lord, no.
Whip your on these ballots. My man didn't go not to one debate. Not one. Not one.
And he's bull racing them.
And he mopped the floor with every single one of y'all. Governor 8%.
One debate.
Governor 8%. Asa, I didn't even know you still in this race. Hutchinson. Token Negro Tim Scott. That fat greasy from New Jersey.
Oh, why you had to say that about Christie?
Ramaswamy. I don't even got nothing to say about you. You just there.
And then there's the traitor.
Oh, I completely forgot about the traitor. Completely forgot about the traitor. And again, those are not my words. Those are not my words. Those are the words of his own party. Own people in his own party consider him a traitor. He didn't betray me, so I don't consider. But there are certain people in his party that consider him a traitor. So yes, I forgot it. And if y'all don't know who I'm talking about Mike Pence.
Right. Former vice president of the United States and former Indiana governor. But yes.
Yeah, the traitor. Nikki, I don't know, Nikki. You gotta compete with Ramaswamy for kissing the ring. That's it.
Yeah,
And-
that's what it looks like.
And the sanctimonious, just go back home. Just go back home. Just go. Finish your term out in Florida, because not only are you Trump's, you are the mouse's as well. So just go back home. Just go back home.
So, Senator Scott, he was thinking about endorsing someone. He now is rolling all of his support behind Mr. Trump. The former president has gotten Senator Scott's endorsement. So how much does his endorsement of Trump hurt Haley? Oh, I'm sorry. Senator Scott is also from South Carolina, too.
The token Negro is kissing the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. He wants to be considered for that number 2 spot.
That's right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Why the would I support her when she's getting her cooked by him? I'm going to kiss the ring.
Mm-hmm.
These people ain't stupid.
The guy who right now is in prime position to be the GOP nominee for the 2024 presidential race from the Republican side, Donald Trump. Now, in his acceptance speech in Iowa, he had a sort of like a conciliatory tone. It was sort of more of a, I don't want to have division. I want us to be unified. I want us to be one. I want us to be together. I think that we can go further if we are united. Do you like the unifier tone Trump is taking with his Iowa victory speech?
That's what he has to do. Like, I don't understand. Like, this is what needs to be done. Like, if they continue to be divided, they will be giving the sleepy bus driver the election. Like, Sleepy Joe would run away with this election if they continue to be divided. This is the only way they come together. They need to come together like Voltron and put an end to the sleepy bus driver.
I'll be doggone if Trump has not run a perfect race thus far. I'll be doggone if he hasn't. I mean, because everything he's done if you just look at it from a political standpoint, I'm like, this dude is just he's just hitting grand slams. I'm like, he's not really bad mouthing people like he did back in 2016. Basically, his non-presence is serving as more of an insult to the field as it would be if he were to be there. Because his presence away is basically saying, you fools don't matter.
These fools continue to just continue the in-house fighting and continue the division, and you're going to continue to lose. So I can understand why he would come with the unifier front.
Later, we will have Thoughts from the Throne. This is Mentality.
You have to learn to live with yourself before you can make a commitment of yourself to someone else.
When you go to something that's already structured, like the church, I don't need to go in there thinking I'm the pastor. It's like already one set up, you know what I'm saying?
It just had everything, but I learned, you know what I'm saying? Everything I did, I learned from.
So we look forward to seeing you same time, same place. Know that we love you, God loves you more. Continue to stay safe, do the right thing, stay out of trouble.
Conversation that informs a community. Brothers of Legacy, every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Welcome back to Mentality, where it is the ultimate masculine safe space. With Wize and Cole, I am Cole Johnson. And here is something to ponder. The Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, Mark Robinson. Now, you may not know him. You may not be familiar with him. Some in the Republican Party is, but he's a hardcore Christian. He has a pastoral feel to him and background, and he has a lot of takes that even as a Christian, I actually back. However, some of the political stuff that he's about and some of the social stuff, justice stuff he's about, I have to shake my head. So, of course, we are about a couple of weeks removed from a week removed from celebrating MLK's birthday. And there was stuff that came up from the Huffington Post. Now, I will set the stage like so. So there was an event back in December where the former president hailed Robinson and called him, quote, better than Dr. Martin Luther King, close quote, at a campaign event. And Robinson, he said, okay, that was a great compliment. And he took it as that, going so far as saying, quote, knowing what I know about him, talking about MLK and the history thereof, those are big shoes to fill. Close quote. But hold on there, partner. Digging into his social media past, it tells a much different story. Let's rewind about 6 years, shall we? He, talking about the lieutenant governor of North Carolina, he mocked people who celebrated MLK Day, or King even, who said that he was simply a subpar pastor. And actually, he said that Mr. King was a, quote, an ersatz pastor, close quote. Ersatz meaning a person or a product or a thing that is in substitute of the real thing. So basically calling him a fake pastor or a fraud pastor. He went on to actually say things such as that year, quote, it is at once funny and sad that so many people will follow the lead of a bunch of atheists and worship an ersatz pastor as a deity. Close quote. Now, he's also gone on to say certain things about the civil rights movement, but I will talk about that later. And he's also taken shots at the late civil rights activist turned congressional congressman John Lewis. What is Mark Robinson's problem with MLK and the civil rights movement?
It's a shame that we have a dumb Negro that I don't even know what to say, man. Like I read the thing and I looked at him and
I would love to say April Fool's right now. I really would.
Like this takes me back to people just need to get punched in the face. Seriously, like there's certain people that just need to get punched in the face when they say stupid like this. Like, and I'm not a violent person. I believe I believe in Dr. King's nonviolent stance. That's great.
It is. And I do too.
But this moron needs to get punched in the face. He does. Because the only reason you're saying this, right? Let's be honest. The only reason he's saying this is to endear white folks.
Yep. But does he have to go this far in order to endear himself to white people?
Well, obviously he thought he did. He felt it within himself that he had to say these things about Dr. King, a man that is not here to defend himself.
Right.
And these are things that, you know who he reminds me of?
Who does he remind you of?
A certain fat that it seems to me that this dude doesn't like black people. He hates his own people. You have to hate your own people if you're gonna say some stupid like that.
Are you comparing the current lieutenant governor of North Carolina and prospective gubernatorial candidate for this year to one Jason Whitlock?
Yeah, they're both black men that hate black people. I am all for punching people in the face for stupid shit. Like when you do stupid shit like that or say stupid shit like that, you should just get punched in the face really, really hard.
Not I'm all for it. Oh my gosh. So in a speech where he says that black people owe reparations, and I could not believe I actually heard those words out of his mouth in a speech. What is his deal? Oh my gosh.
All right. I want this to be the last time we discuss this idiot. Don't want to discuss this moron ever again. I am not giving him a platform ever again. I'm not gonna give this 2024's first moron of the year.
So I said that I would momentarily show you what he wrote for the civil rights movement, and he actually had a book too. Yes, he wrote a book a couple of years ago. It is entitled "We Are the Majority: The Life and Passion of a Patriot." The life and passions of a patriot. So he is an author too, along with a politician. And he said on Facebook about 7-ish years ago, quote, African Americans don't realize that the real civil rights movement started in the 1860s. That crap in the 1960s was the communist rise movement. Close quote. Is Mark Robinson a politician or a Boondocks character?
Why you disrespect Uncle Ruckus like that? Don't even disrespect Uncle Ruckus like that. Don't even do that. Don't even do that. Don't even do that. At least Uncle Ruckus, you knew what you was getting with Uncle Ruckus. Don't even disrespect Uncle Ruckus like that. This is a moron. Plain and simple. Now, after seeing that statement, I really don't ever want to speak up on this dude ever again. Ever. Because the rise of the comp.
That's right. That's right. The civil rights movement that was 60 years ago, he termed it 7 years ago as the communist rise movement.
He's the lieutenant governor of North Carolina.
He is currently the lieutenant governor of North Carolina, and he is the Republican frontrunner. They haven't elected who's going to be the nominee yet, but he's the Republican frontrunner to become governor of North Carolina, and that will happen. The gubernatorial race will happen, or it's just the election will happen in November.
Oh, I'm about to start a campaign in North Carolina for whoever's opponent is.
Oh wow!
I will be running. I personally run ads. I don't care. I will speak against him every chance I get.
You just got to be careful. Not only what you write, but who you want representing you. Goodness gracious. And now, thoughts from the throne.
All right. This has been a very interesting show. Very interesting. Oh my God. It's been one of those shows. It's been one of those shows. I'm still blown away by this moron. Because I just don't know why would you hate yourself so much? Why would you hate your people so much that you would say such disparaging comments about Dr. King? Was Dr. King perfect? No, not at all. But for you to shit on his name because you trying to kiss white people's I can't stand for that. And I'm not gonna give you the platform for you to continue with your bullshit. So, like I said, this will be the last time we discuss this moron. But I swear, everyone I know in North Carolina will hear about this moron. Mark Robinson will be the last time you hear your name out my mouth. Now, I might come up with a few nicknames for your fat.
Oh Lord.
But your government name will not be said out my mouth.
Last week was really a good week for me at work, and the reason why it was good was because I got a chance to, for the first time, I think in my work history, actually benefit off of good work done by my staff. And part of why that has happened was because I got a chance to breathe life into this staff member. And now he's performed to the point where the company is recognizing him for his good work. Now, I'm not going to be like, yeah, that was all me. No, the work was all him. Some of what was imparted to him was me, but not all of it. He has his own mind, he has his own thought process, and he got a chance to implement his own style of what to execute. Now, for those who don't know, I am, for my day job, a manager in USA Today. So I lead a cadre of journalists. And moments like that made me realize how much this has been the most rewarding year of my work life. Now, am I saying I'm the best leader in the world? No. I am saying that I am becoming a better one day by day. And having the week I had last week was proof positive that I am getting better and better. So understand that as a man, you were meant to breathe life into others. You're meant to guide and mold and shape others in the correct way. Make where you are better and continue to make it better for as long as you can. And those are thoughts from the throne. As my brother still is shaken from the Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, is there anything else you would like to say to the mentality audience before we let them go?
Man, I don't got much to say, but I keep my moms in your prayers. That's what I can ask for. Just keep my mom in your prayers, everyone, and yeah.
Shout out to my mother-in-law. This weekend will be her 80th, and I'll get a chance to celebrate it with her. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for hitting that notification bell so you can catch all content that emanates from one of the hottest YouTube channels going today, the Real Wize TV YouTube channel, or the Comey Media YouTube channel. For Wize El Jefe, I am Cole Johnson, here to say in parting as we always do. Our secret technique is that we always speak with mentality. See you next week.
Peace.
That's 100.